They're back, mate. Missing one though. He's got a bad leg.
Sex change.
Some say it could be a sex change. Lock that off.
Went with his foreskin.
He's a fanny anyway. Cheers, Chris. Thanks for coming. In all seriousness, welcome back. Thanks for coming.
That's what she said.
It's Valentine's Day after all.
Definitely what she said.
It's not what she said. She went, "Are you going to let me finish?" No, it's Valentine's Day.
I win.
What a start, as always, when you have Dan Chipper in the shed.
Always keeping the tone at a certain level.
Yeah. That's it. I'm trying to bring me up to yours, I'll just drag you down to mine.
We wouldn't expect anything less, to be fair. So, yeah. That nice, Dan?
I haven't had an ale in a long time.
Pile ale.
You had one of these last time.
Did I?
Yep.
No. Oh yeah!
Wow.
What did you think it was?
Wow.
Lager.
Wow. Can't expect anything different. You didn't even realise it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to tomorrow, Daniel.
It's my birthday. I'm like a Jehovah's Witness.
Fucking hell.
And I've killed Simon.
Yes. Yes, indeed. What fucking
It was
hell.
a mix of that and the smell in it, to be fair.
What was it? What's it smell like?
Your ass.
Your ass.
My ass. Smells like cheeseburgers. Smells like cheeseburgers.
Well, you might have been a cheeseburger once upon a time, but...
Yeah. It's all digested now and just come out as shit. So that's a good start to a podcast about football. Shit. Spurs are losing though, so
7 minutes.
so yeah.
Ooh,
Are
big
you
team. Fuck
surprised,
off, you
though?
dicks.
Yeah.
Says us playing Forest Green Rovers.
Winning though.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, but you didn't say you were a top 4 Premier League side. So
No, we're not
They-
the top 4 League One side.
They were discussing on TalkSport today. Has this been a good start to the season for Spurs? And I was sat there going, that can't be a serious question.
To be
compared
fair,
to what?
yeah, it does. It's completely irrelevant. If it has been a good start, they've had good starts before. Still won nothing.
Yeah.
Being a Spurs fan must be shit. I'm sorry. You know you're not going to win anything.
No, that's the problem. You legitimately think you are because you're deluded.
But
100% of the
I
time.
fucking hate to support Spurs.
It's not nice, is it? Because apart from that one time, they're very rarely in a title race.
What, the one they come third in?
Yeah. They're not in like a relegation battle, which would be funny, but they're not in a relegation battle, which can be exciting.
Yeah.
So
Been in a few.
you're just you're not even in mid-table. You're sort of slightly above mid-table.
Even if Pep or Man City lose all their titles, you know, Man United they gain a few. I think Arsenal, Liverpool they gain a few.
Spurs.
Tottenham still on 0.
I worked it out. United get 3.
That's nice.
Oh, that would be lovely, wouldn't it?
They're not going to do it.
Nah. That is actually on one of my talking points, Man City. I genuinely think they should make an example of it. I think, annoyingly, I think Chris is probably right. They'll probably just say it's a big fine. But I think they should at least deduct points off the next season.
Yeah, but they've had a financial fair play fine before, along with PSG, and they should have had. It was I can't remember what year it was, but they had one before. Not as bad as this, but it should be a points deduction.
It's
Either from
the thing
this
is though they
season
set
or
the,
next.
the precedence with the first one because they let PSG and Man City both get away with it. So what?
That's down to their respective leagues, isn't it? Because obviously Juventus are in a similar sticky situation now, and they got deducted 15 points, didn't they?
For all of the different countries to do it. Italy,
Yeah.
the country that no one else trades with because no one else trusts them
Yeah.
because of the mafia.
Shh.
And they're the ones that go, Juventus, most successful team here, get down that fucking league, big lad.
To be fair though, do you remember when they got booted out?
They got booted out down
Yeah.
to
What was
They-
it?
they got
League
all the way to
3?
Yeah, they went down 3 leagues.
Something like that. Same with... it was
Del Piero
basically the same
stayed.
as Rangers. He did.
Del Piero stayed.
So did Buffon.
Legends, mate. They don't fuck about.
Well, on the same contract, goal bonus, you are playing that league. Yeah, no
They
worries.
probably said, "Hey, you weren't,
Hey!
you were not going anywhere."
Do you think anyone in that dressing room ever went, "What's your dummy all day?"
Hey, what are those flippers?
Oh, a bit of casual racism on a Tuesday. It's always good.
It's okay, I got Irish blood somewhere in the line. I'm allowed to. I don't know if that's
I
a
don't
real
think that-
rule,
yeah.
but it could be. Could be. Well, yeah, they definitely need to make an example of City. Oh, email. And yeah, I fucking hate City.
They're not going. They're 100% not
Nothing
going
will
to.
happen to them.
I reckon it's either going to be a massive fine, embargo from transfers, because that's happened to a few teams.
Yeah.
Like, what did Chelsea get that for? Is it the Abramovich stuff?
Yeah, that lasted 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was
but-
while they were. So Abramovich basically handed control over back to the club. So technically, it didn't have an owner. Without an owner, you got no income. So they had to wait for the club to be bought, and then they suddenly managed to find 600 million to spend on players.
which
That was
they
Matey
did
Boy, wasn't it?
really well.
Yeah, you don't even bother trying to hide it.
I just think it's funny the loopholes that this geezer's found. If I give him an 8-year contract, I can pay that money and it's fine. It's like, who set that rule up? Someone needs to have a word with themselves, I think.
But the fact they bought that many players in, they now can't register them to play in League, Champions League.
Then you get superstars like fucking Obama Yang.
Obama what? Obama who?
He literally is Obama who now. He's not even registered for their
Anything.
yeah, just
You can play in the fucking Carling
Fucking-
Cup.
can't they're out of that. Cup final soon, innit? I'm gonna wear a suit to watch it on my
If you
sofa.
don't, I'm generally going to be angry at you. Got to wear a suit and tie, but your Man United shirt.
Well, it's got a collar now, so. Oh,
Ooh.
fucking spot on. That was a nice day out,
Mm.
all the way up to Manchester. And I have to give it to you. Fucking Charlton fans didn't stop singing.
Well, we had nothing else to do, did we?
No, you were still in the game up until like the last.
Yeah,
10
to
minutes.
be fair, once it said Casemiro, Ericsson and Rashford come on, that felt like a win on its own.
Yeah,
Just because once you've brought them on, well, they've had to bring them on to kill the game off.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a big difference. You like Man United brought them 3 on. We brought on Albie Morgan.
a lot of people will go, who the fuck is that?
Exactly.
Who the fuck is that?
But
But yeah, it was fucking.
I mean, a lower league journeyman of a right back held on against Gaucho. Fuck knows how.
Garnacho.
Anthony scored a fucking worldie in front of us.
Yes. He did get some abuse for that. I celebrated inside.
You did. You did. You tapped me a little bit. Don't kill me as well.
Don't kill me for bringing you.
Wasn't it like 6,000?
10,000.
9,000.
Just under 10. 9,000 something.
More than what
That's
Everton
decent.
took.
That is decent.
It's their cup final, innit? Bless them.
Well, they were only there for the Charlton, weren't they? So
Yeah. Yeah. 78,000 to watch Charlton. It was lovely.
all turned up to see who? The Scottish Peerlo.
Scottish. Some shit nicknames about in there.
No, how dare you?
Fucking Yorkshire Perlo.
Scottish Peerlo.
It's like the Romford Pele.
We had the Essex Pele last season, old Elliot Lee.
You know. I'm going to have to start giving some of the lads those nicknames. Well, Darren's going to have to be the fucking...
Brown Pearlo.
I was going to say the Hereford Perlo. Jesus. Fucking hell. But I'm looking forward to the game.
Yeah.
It's not long now.
Well, I've actually put some effort into this one rather than just, oh yeah, we'll go for training. But really all I wanted to do was have a couple of pints.
We've been doing all right, me and you.
Yeah.
Si hasn't bothered. Si's been doing his own thing. He's been swimming, which is going to do wonders on a football pitch for 90 minutes.
So are we taking bets on how long it takes him to give a penalty away again?
Oh.
I'm gonna chuck out there. I'll do it. If it was Spurs again,
I'll do it.
Do it again.
I'll just do it.
it was.
I'm not even sorry.
It was satisfying. He did go down like a sack of shit as well.
I'm not surprised.
Fucking assault in some countries, mate.
You see, usually them sort of tackles come with a prison sentence, mate.
Fucking hell.
Did I get booked?
Can't get booked in a friendly,
Actually
can you?
get weak in a friendly. To be fair, the referee knew me already, so as soon as he walked in, he's like, yeah, Dan, yeah.
How the fuck does he know you?
He knows your mum, doesn't he?
How does he know your mum?
Worker of the night.
Fair enough.
They worked
Caravan club.
They worked at Swingers Club. They worked in the Halifax together.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
What?
I actually think he done my remortgage.
Oh. Give you a good deal or not?
Well, apparently not that good a deal. He had to give me a yellow card, didn't he?
Prick. You didn't get a yellow card.
I did in the dressing room before we started.
Did you?
Yeah, I called him a cunt.
Fucking hell. But it's safe to say we have sold 0 tickets at the minute. But it's only February.
Yeah.
I was trying to work it out in my head. I was like, well, if everybody brings like 5 or so guests, you could say, we could, especially their side as well, we'll probably get about the same amount of people.
Yeah, right. I won't have a beer before we kick off. I won't go and have a fag.
I'm thinking of getting
Off your mother at half time.
I'm thinking of getting a little crate in this time for in the changing room for after the game.
Yeah.
Because we do have the Spitfire Lounge this time until 5. So we've got the whole stadium from 1 o'clock till 5 o'clock. Which ain't bad.
What time's kick off?
2.
2. Ooh. Yeah, good hour.
Well, I'll be getting there about 1, just so I can set out the changing room how I want it. Turn number 13 around. Nobody wants to look at that. It's a bad luck number.
Who's number 13?
Yeah.
Is he allowed to play?
Sacked.
He will be allowed to play when he pays me. That goes for everybody.
when he she's got
At the minute, we've got 3
she's got to let
players.
him on the internet before he plays.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Kate keeps going, Alex keeps going. You're doing a lot of work considering you weren't supposed to be doing it. I was like, let's face it, I was always going to do it.
Need to delegate.
But there's no point. At the minute, if it was a bigger, I say bigger, if it was someone like Spurs, then I would need to delegate because there's costs that we need to. The pitch is almost paid off.
Nice.
In fact, it will be when Kent CBD give us our sponsorship money and the pitch is paid off, then everything else goes to the charities.
Got a couple of decent sponsors involved.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah. Who else you got? Your CBD,
CBD,
J&S fencing.
yeah, and Duck Mosick clothing.
That's we've got to have that on our shirts.
It's not on my shirt. Sorry, Adam, who definitely probably isn't listening to this. Pretends to, as a lot of people do.
Duck My Sick is a fantastic.
It's a good name. It's not going on my kit.
It's fantastic.
Because it's not going on my kit.
Why not?
I'm a little duck.
There's no space.
Yeah, that's got a little duck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no
I reckon if
little
we put them in the
cartoon.
I don't
back of the
get it. No, it's not going on my kit.
Oh,
I
sorry,
thought you should
that's
take
going
the
front and centre. That.
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to chuck out there. Have we actually decided on the kit? Because I kind of put the chat on mute for a little while because it was just like.
Have we decided on a kit? Yes.
Yeah, it's an old German third kit.
I'll show you.
Yeah, now we've got rid of that fucking bell end. What was his name again?
Right.
Ryan.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm hoping that's who you talk about.
oh, what?
Yeah, could have been. There's many names that it could have been.
That was the most obvious one.
He was
Fucking throbber.
He was a fucking bell whacker, wasn't he?
And a Spurs fan.
I have never met anyone that just needs to hold their breath permanently
He needs to walk around with a tree
and apologise to
No, he needs to walk around with a tree so that he can replace the oxygen that he's given out. He's fucking.
One less brain cell.
He's an absolute creature. I'm almost there. We've got a lot of fucking stuff to get through.
It's just things that we normally would say tonight. I'm almost there. I'm arriving.
Oh, lovely.
Almost there. I'm alright. If you just got the audio version. Oh, lovely.
I like that. That's decent.
It's the most British porno ever. Oh, lovely.
So carry on.
Oh, I say.
Good shot, old boy. It sounds like quotes from fucking Fake Taxi, that is.
Cup of tea, anyone?
Gee whiz. What else have I got on this little fucking list of mine? Well, Southern End, do you like that?
You getting it?
Getting there, aren't I? Right. It's actually one for you on here, Si. Go on then.
How young is too young?
What was the thing I sent to you?
You're gonna have to round this down, mate.
About the cake. Would you rather sit on a dick and eat a cake, or sit on a cake and eat a dick?
Say that again.
Would you rather sit on a dick and eat a cake,
Yeah.
or sit on a cake and eat a dick?
You actually got angry at my answer to this.
What was
Right.
your answer?
Yeah. Your actual words, I think, were, "How the fuck have you got to that conclusion? And what the fuck had to happen to you for you to get there?"
What was it? What was your answer?
Why I chose to sit on the cake, solely because that way I could look him in the eye and hopefully he wouldn't be touching a lung.
Jesus Christ.
I think it wasn't the other option. What kind of cake is it?
Yeah, you got to get all the details. What size schlong are we talking about?
No, but that wasn't what I was going to ask.
I can't figure
That wasn't what I was going to ask you. That's just the thing. It's about fucking keeping hold of Rice. Do you think you're going to keep hold of Rice, or do you think he's off ski?
I mean, I think keep him because where's he going to go afterwards? He ain't going to go to Chelsea, which was probably the most obvious one because they bought
Apparently Arsenal
pretty
won him.
much every player. If he goes to Arsenal, I'm not even going to argue with it. To be honest, where they're playing, like the worst thing he could do is go to somewhere like City or Chelsea and then sit on the bench. Like, he's too good to just.
He can come up north if he wants. Just come red instead of blue.
Nah.
Yeah.
Mind you, to be fair, United over the last couple of seasons haven't really been the sort of attraction that they have in the past. But doing all right.
They still have that hold, mate. They just flash the badge a little bit. And they go, what's that mean? What's that mean?
Been a bit of a joke club.
Tw-
over, like,
20 league titles. Anyone else got that? Oh no, you haven't. I said something similar to a lad at work. He's a Liverpool fan, and he
Like every Liverpool fan,
Yeah.
not from Liverpool.
and he went, oh, did you see us last night? We did really well. It was like back to the old Liverpool. We got all the stars are coming back. Got Van Dijk.
against Everton.
Yeah, he was saying
gonna
all that,
get relegated.
and then he went, all the stars are coming back. Van Dijk's coming back. I went, Van Dijk hasn't been the same for the last couple of seasons. And he was like, name a better centre half. I went, all right, Varane. He was like, and he went, Varane. I went, well, you've not heard of Varane? You know, he's a 5-time Champions League winner, World Cup winner. No, Martinez, World Cup winner. He's only 5'9", but he can do what he wants, mate.
Do you know what?
Absolutely assaulted Bamford at the home game against Leeds. He literally, it was a bit of a skirmish on the floor, and as he rolled around, he booted him in the face and got away with it. It's the Butcher of Amsterdam, that is, my friends.
Butcher of Amsterdam.
True legend. But yeah, I think you might struggle to keep hold of him. But like you said, unless a team like Arsenal really want him,
Has Rice ever actually come out and said he wanted to leave?
No.
but he hasn't denied it.
No, that's the problem.
Thing is, though, you're right. I mean, the club loves him, he's probably the first name on your team sheet every week.
Yeah.
Is he going to get that anywhere else?
Club captain as well.
Club
Yeah.
captain. He's not going to be on a shit wage, is he? Let's be honest.
Did you see him against Newcastle? That performance was just.
He's a fucking
so
good player. I actually believe that at the minute he would be a better signing for a team in the Prem than Bellingham would be. At the minute.
It's completely
Different roles, isn't it? It's. I get what you're saying, but I don't know. I still don't know whether Bellingham can cut it in the Premier League.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Sancho.
If you,
could he? Like,
no, he's still.
I think he wasn't bled in properly.
Yes, he's had shit. You can see the difference in him now under Ten Hag, and I think he didn't deal with that missed penalty from the World Cup correctly.
Yeah.
And when his performances then started dropping, his fucking head went, and that's why Ten Hag went, look, go off to the wilderness, sort your life out, get your weight down, get your fitness back, come back, and we'll usher you back in. Came back, so he's what? So he scored a couple, didn't he, before he left against Liverpool, and I think it was Leicester. And then he sort of went off the boil, went away for fucking, what was it, six weeks?
Yeah, it was
6 to 8 weeks. Came back, and still scored before Gakpo. So
Gakpo.
yeah, so fuck you, Liverpool. Fucking dog shit team.
It's like that. Who's the other signing they got with the ponytail?
What, Nunes?
Yeah. He's probably hit the bar. It's just insane how many times
I
he's missed.
think, unfortunately for him, he's signed with this big hype, and he signed at the same time as Haaland, and the Liverpool fans have bigged him up to be like Haaland, but he's not. He's a fucking good player. When you watch him again for Benfica, fucking outstanding player, but he was playing in the Portuguese league. You got to usher him in. Not everyone's going to be a fucking big Norwegian brute.
Say that. He's come off the ball last couple of weeks.
Overrated.
He hit the ground so quick after that first shocking game he had. And then
He's already beaten some of the golden boots of previous seasons.
Yeah.
It's mental. I've got a question for you though. That
What, for me?
Greenwood,
he can fuck off.
was number one. Do you think they paid off his ex? Because that like if you listen to,
I'm going to say
the audio,
Man United didn't pay off his ex.
I bet. Well, he was allowed to talk to her.
He paid off the ex,
Yeah.
definitely. And because he was suspended by the club. I don't know if he was suspended without pay, but most likely not. But also, the big clubs do have sway with that sort of thing. Fucking Giggsy's trial seemed to have disappeared. I don't know what's happening with that. Ronaldo is another one. But
This is arguably the worst. And
oh, definitely. And everybody heard the audio.
yeah.
So
wasn't my easiest wank, but
oh, it's up there though.
yeah. I mean, 6 out of 10.
I mean,
Not quite.
I've seen a lot of ridiculous comments by so-called United fans saying, "Oh, I'd love him back at Man United" and that. But
You've got
even if you are a true solid United fan, if you're any sort of decent human or a decent man, you've seen the bruises and the pictures of her being beaten up. You've even heard the fucking audio of him forcing himself on her. You've heard the audio. That's not made up. She just made the mistake of releasing it.
Yeah. Also, the police knew that he'd had contact with her. So what happens if he's going to threaten her? He's got enough money to do what he wants.
So, to answer your question, I don't want him back.
No.
And I don't think he will.
You've got
I
the
don't
women's.
think you'll see him in football again.
You've got the women's team, the United women's team.
They've come out,
and
yep.
said that they don't want him to have nothing to do with United, which I think is the right thing. It's got to go.
Exactly. And having a former or a starting Manchester United ladies player on the podcast before, I'm supporting that. As much as most people like Chris don't like women's football, you've got to stick by your teams.
Does he? Right.
Oh, he hates it.
Well, hates it.
Yeah, he hates it. But he was watching it the other night.
The thing, like, it's not the same level, and the equal pay things.
It's not, and it's not the same level. And when they start getting to that level, and they can if they generate the same amount of interest, then sure, why shouldn't they be
do you
paid?
know
The
the
interest
reason?
in women's football, especially since the England team won the World Cup,
It's gone up.
has shot up, and I'm genuinely pleased for them.
Mm.
But they don't have the same pull as the men's football.
Oh, I'm going to say something that's probably controversial. Right.
Am I going to have to edit this?
No.
This is the bit you're going to edit, is it?
So, if you look at women's football matches, so obviously they're not going to sell out the stadium or whatever.
Not
If you
regularly
look at,
anyway. They've sold out a few. But
yeah, but if you look at the demographic of the people there, what's the percentage of men to women in the stands?
You find at women's football a lot more children.
Yeah,
People take the kids to go and see it.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
also,
a nice. As though it's, even though it's not as exciting of atmosphere, it's a more friendly atmosphere.
atmosphere. But the problem you've got is with the equal pay on women's sports is the people that are letting them down are women.
Oh yeah,
Women don't go
Women-
to generally watch
Generally,
women's sports.
yeah. Women don't want to watch women; they want to
Yeah.
watch men.
But it's like
It's
you get. So we'd all go and pay to go watch a football match, and I've had arguments with women who go they should be paid the same. I'm like, okay, do you go watch them? Well, no. Well, your problem.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's the same as the rugby and things like that. Like women watch men's rugby because they like watching men that are manly men in tiny shorts. My mum loves it. She's like, "Ooh, look at his bum." It's like, oh, it's more like, "Look at his bum." Isn't it lovely by there? But it's like,
I fucking love your mum.
you're a fucking nightmare, my mum.
You're fucking brilliant.
But yeah. See, I'm all for women's football now. Obviously, my little lady plays.
yeah, I think
Fucking loves it. Runs around like a headless chicken. She loves it.
Brilliant little player.
I think it's good, and yeah, I'm all for it. But the problem you've got is when, especially the US women's national team, going, we should have the same amount.
I think the reason why they've done that is because their women's national team generates more interest than their men's
But
national team.
not money, and it actually works out. So
Ooh.
the World Cup, right,
Ooh.
for women's and men, and I wouldn't get the numbers exactly right, but the actual amount they get paid is less than the men, but the amount generated and the amount of the percentages they take from the overall amount generated is lower for the men than the women. So
Yeah, they did work it. That was in court. They got taken to court as part of this
Yeah,
equal pay thing. And the judge, after the evidence, judge worked out, hang on, you actually get paid more percentage-wise than what the men do. So what's your problem?
Yeah.
The argument is, if you want more money, you have to generate more money. It's like the women's NBA. They like if you want a percentage of what you get paid,
The
you actually
WNBA.
owe the NBA money because it loses money.
Oh, their women's basketball is shit. I'm just
Yeah.
fucking say
But
it.
it
It's awful.
loses.
No, I can honestly say I've never watched a single game.
I tried once, and I was like, "This is awful."
I'm not a massive basketball fan. So
I think
I can count on one hand the amount of games I've actually watched.
There's a
but
massive, like, you take football, men's and women's football. You can see that there's a bit of a fucking divide, but you could probably go, actually, she could probably play in a fucking men's team. These women, mate,
What the WNBA.
because basketball is different. It's more. Well, you've got to be big to start with. Usually, you've got to be fast. You've got to be able to jump high,
Could be physical.
and you've got to be physical. Like, it's like they said. I can't remember who it was. They said if it's that equal, and for example, say a man transitioning to a woman could then play in the WNBA. If LeBron James did that, he'd score 1,000 points a night because they're not going to be able to stop him.
Have you seen Zaha versus the Crystal Palace thing on his own? That, unfortunately, is the situation. Physicality is the big part of it.
Yeah.
Women are better at certain things. Simple as that.
Caring.
Caring. Giving birth.
I would say blowjobs, but I've heard that blokes, you know.
Well, we know what we like, don't we?
They do this thing with what? Only on a Thursday. Today's only Tuesday. No, it's Valentine's Day. You're not going to get lucky, Simon.
Dan said something else.
So fucking hell.
You've got a cake to sit on by any chance? Fucking hell.
I've got a thing here, right? So, it's just one of the notes. Football is better than American football. That is literally that is literally
obvious.
what I put.
That's obvious.
Yes. Next.
Next.
However,
End of discussion.
I did watch a Super Bowl.
Have you seen in America though when they do like a sort of question about what's the world's most popular this and that and the other, and they did it for sport and asked Americans what's the world's most popular sport, and they're like, oh, football, as in American football. It's like not even on the list.
Just so we know, more people went to Wembley to watch Charlton in the playoff final than went to that Super Bowl.
Yeah. Probably
Super Charlton.
Probably couldn't afford.
Oh,
it.
South London.
It's ridiculous. The tickets.
Is wonderful. So I know a song.
Still wonderful.
It is.
It is. It's full of tits, Fanny, and Charlton.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Bermondsey is full of shit. Oh, Bermondsey is full of shit.
Yeah. See, you like that one?
We all know, mate. We all know. All been there. All done it. All done it. Shall we check the score for Chris? I'm sure he's listening.
Going for 2-0. Milan.
Bum, bum, bum. Dan's probably going to get there before me.
I was actually looking up for the Charlton score.
It is half time. 1-0. What does the AC stand for in AC Milan? Anyone know?
Atletico Club.
Is it?
I have no idea. I made that up.
Should we have a look? What does...
I just can't get over. You know, we're putting the.
No, it's Association Club. Because Inter was the original and AC split from it.
Yeah. Associational... Yeah. Italian word beginning with C. That isn't cunt.
I can't.
Cunt.
I can't get over that thing I put in the WhatsApp about Bayern Munich having a swastika on their badge in the 40s.
I know. Well,
A bit awkward.
that's what it was back then, wasn't it? Living the dream, wasn't they? Man and Superman.
Do you think the Aryans would have been paid more?
I don't know. Do you know what? Right, this is genuinely what a teacher said to my eldest in history class. Because she's tall, she's thin, she's got blonde hair and blue eyes. She went, the Nazis would have loved you.
Wow.
Ah! I don't think you could say that.
I mean, not wrong, but.
See, I like to think I've got perfect Aryan children. But
You have.
That's a strong statement to make in school, isn't it?
Yeah.
In school.
I bet she drives a Mercedes. Where's Hugo Boss?
She might do. Yes. Cool Go Boss. They're proper Nazis, aren't they, Hugo Boss?
Yeah,
Didn't they
made the
design?
SS
Yeah, they
uniform.
made the uniforms, didn't they?
Mercedes,
Volkswagen.
you know, nice bit of history, driving Hitler around. Volkswagen used to make the planes.
Was literally the Nazi company.
Yeah. Started that to
NASA?
enslave the Jews.
Argentina's full of them.
Argentina is just full of cunts. We like to call them the West Falklands.
But all of the Nazis went.
Yeah.
They literally.
Finding
went
Hitler.
over.
Anyone seen
It's
that?
a brilliant show.
Yeah.
Fantastic show.
I was watching it going, oh.
You're like, this could have happened.
And then they go, and they find like fucking random Nazi settlements in the middle of the jungle, and you're like, what the fuck? With
They showed a picture in the village. Go, oh yeah, that's just the old German. You knew this man.
Yeah, there's like another little town fucking.
They only speak German.
Yeah, and they like had like a history like photo album, and they pulled it out and they went and like that, and they're looking and like, well, that guy looks like fucking Hitler.
Yeah.
Is that Hitler?
Oh, I don't know. We just called him the old German.
Can't confirm or deny.
Did you know there's about, I think it's something like 2,000 Welsh-speaking Argentinians in Patagonia? I can't remember the reason why.
Why have we just pulled that out?
Because it's talking about Argentina. Yeah.
Do you know there's?
I think it's something like.
Is it
about
because there's so
2,000.
many sheep?
I can't remember what it is.
Ah.
But yeah, there's Welsh is a language in Argentina.
Is it?
It's hardly a language in Wales.
I did see something earlier that it had. It was like LLDW. Now, is that a town in Wales,
That's
or
just
is
someone's form sheet, isn't it?
no, I was like, is that a town in Wales, or is that Liverpool's last form sheet? Liverpool's last form sheet. This season makes me happy.
But it could also be a town. in
Yeah,
Wales.
Liverpool had a successful season. Wait another 20 years, you might have another one. You might win the Champions League in between.
They
You
might.
can't.
They might just do that. Tell you one thing I did find quite bad. Looking at my little fucking sheet. And it goes for my beloved Man United as well. Is when fans sing about fucking the different tragedies that happen.
See, I don't know.
Like I don't know if it started with Leeds, but Leeds have done it for the past however many seasons they've been back in the Prem. Every time they play United, they sing the same song about the Munich air disaster.
How dare you start chanting about their fans getting stabbed in Turkey, though?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So United have then retaliated by singing that, and it's like, well, fucking, in that case, two wrongs don't make a right. You don't fucking do that.
Well, it's like even at the Man United Charlton game, you had a couple of fans when a Man United player goes down, sit shouting, let him die. I'm like, no.
What about
No.
United?
As much as I don't care what team it is, them players, that's the players.
Yeah, they are humans.
United fans singing to Liverpool fans about Hillsborough, always the victim, never your fault.
Yeah.
So,
You killed your own fans is another one they've sung.
I'm not going to sit here and say that West Ham fans don't sing horrible songs, because I've definitely heard some.
Well, you can't deny that.
Especially away. But probably not
But
about.
yeah, but what I'm
dying.
saying is that it's the type of songs you don't need to sing. It's like you can sing about anything. Like you can sing about Liverpool being on the dole, most of them, and fucking.
Yeah, we pay your benefits, you know, the
Yeah.
usual stuff.
But yeah, when it comes to a club disaster like that, it's fucking. It's not on.
No, not very tasteful for me, but. And
Don't-
that's, to be fair, if my moral compass starts spinning when you start singing about stuff like that, questions have got to be asked.
Yeah.
Is moral
No,
compass.
yeah, not wrong.
It's somewhere.
Well, we found it.
It's,
There's the line.
there's the line.
If even I'm going, whoa, hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw something earlier, right? It was a lady on Instagram that was put up.
Lady!
Lady Testaclair. She put up something about there was I don't know if he's a capital DJ or something, but he's made a joke about the Turkey disaster. And I was like, the thing is, it's a joke. You can make a joke about anything. However, it's the timing of the joke.
Yeah. You don't necessarily, especially if you work on a mainstream radio station, you don't make it as it's still going on.
Yeah, like now, you could probably leave it a couple more days, I'd say. A couple more days. I sent Dan a joke earlier, but I'm not going to repeat it on here. You replied as if to say, what, you're going on holiday?
I said, what are you on about? And then as soon as you went to straight, I read it and go.
It's a good joke. If you want to know the joke, you can DM me and I'll send it you.
With a dick pic for free.
Yep. That just comes part of the package deal. It's a package deal. Hey!
You won a subscription to Dick Pic Today.
You are welcome.
No, right. I'm sorry if people were joking about that. Brilliant. What better way to help relieve of any type of anxiety or any type of trouble than with humour?
I agree with you there.
I'm not sure if your whole family had died, they'd find it as
If
funny.
your family has died, would you be listening to Capital Radio?
I wouldn't be listening anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So at the same time, if someone has made a joke and you find it offensive, don't listen to it.
Yeah, I don't disagree, because I mean, like, Jimmy Carr's probably one of my favourites, and he's jokes about everything. And like, have you heard his joke about the World War and the gypsies? Yeah. And it's like, he got in trouble for that. And I was like,
It's like Ricky Gervais has done something similar, where he said, the thing is with offence, it's obviously you've taken offence to it, nobody else has.
It's objective.
And if you're going to get offended by everything, you know, I can't make a joke about someone having a peanut allergy. I'll make jokes about the Holocaust and breast cancer of kids. It's like, you can make a joke about anything. It's a joke.
So where you go to tickle your soul.
Yeah,
as long as you do it to everyone.
But it's
everyone
like,
cops
it's
it.
like me and Dan, we come from a different type of breed of human, I would say, in the fact that that is part of the military sort of coping mechanism, is that we have to take the piss. Otherwise, like, me and Dan were quite lucky we never saw any actual fucking trauma, but if we did, we would take the piss out of the person for losing his legs. Like, our mate Robbo, he's got no legs. His nickname is Legless Robbo. That's his handle on Twitter. It's like
Team Legless.
And Team Legless, he sponsored our football team. But it's like another one that we sort of, he wasn't part of our squadron, but he opted to have his leg amputated. Goody.
I was on basis.
And on his other leg, on his calf, he's got a tattoo saying "I miss my friend." It's like, you have to take the piss out of these things. Otherwise, the stuff that you see and do and get fucking shouted at constantly, and dealing with fucking incidences all the time, having a fucking, God rest his soul, having a corporal pull a fucking wire out when you think it's an IED and things like that. You gotta fucking make light of these situations, otherwise they'll eat you up.
I nearly turned into my own clutch pedal.
So, just to enlighten you on that one side, a section commander that me and Dan had when we were out in Kandahar has sadly passed away. He got hit by a car in Saudi Arabia.
Wasn't a woman driving, but
No, they're not allowed to drive, are they?
no, they're not.
I thought they weren't now, but anyway.
But yeah,
Full
he's...
carb
But yeah, he got hit by a car, unfortunately, and passed away. But during a patrol, we got sent out to do a bomber, op bomber, where you have to check to make sure there's no IEDs. So I was in the rear pair with the bomber commander behind me, and we're scanning away, and my Valen goes off, like beep beep beep. And I was like, oh, fuck, no, beep beep beep. Stop. Potential IED. Got to confirm. Down on your belt buckle you go.
High tech stuff. Dig.
Yeah, and then basically I had to dig around what could possibly be this IED. As I'm doing so, a little wire's sort of starting to poke out, and I'm like, there's a fucking wire there. Just to let you know, I found a wire. Next thing I know, Scally's come over my shoulder, looking down. He's like, "Oh, we found Tommo." I'm like, "I found a wire. I wouldn't stand here. I've got to fucking make sure it's not what I think it is." He grabs the wire and then pulls it out of the dirt, and he goes, "Don't worry, it's fucking nothing." Wouldn't they say your life flashes before your eyes?
Yeah, I bet.
Now I'm in the vehicle, right behind him. I've got no windscreen. I've got no roof. I nearly turned into my own clutch pedal.
Shit.
Daddy, you're all right? And just a bit. What the fuck was it?
Yeah, false alarm. But yeah, that was an enjoyable time. But he was a madhead, mate. He was the guy. I've said this on the last podcast I did. He's the guy that when we were in a local sort of market area, and he went to one of the locals and bought a chicken.
As you do.
And then we had to.
This is the middle of Afghan.
We had to kill the chicken.
With a blunt axe.
But he delegated the killing of the chicken to me and Hack. And it literally was by Hack's name. We did actually hack it. The fucking axe was blunt as shit, mate. The poor chicken.
The Turk was nearly sick watching us do it.
It must have taken at least 4 or 5 attempts by me and Hack, who were not the smallest.
At one point, to go catch
Fucking
it.
trying to batter it. And then we ended up, we plucked it, we gutted it, and inside the fucking stomach was literally just corn. Oh, it was rats. I didn't actually end up eating it. I think there was about 4 or 5 did.
We do like.
They all went down with food poisoning.
What can we cook this on? Donkey shit.
Donkey shit, mate. Because our logic, well, it's mainly made up of hay, so.
Yeah, it'll be alright. What could go wrong with cooking this mangy chicken?
Grey mangy chicken.
On donkey shit.
What could go wrong?
I'd eat most
He asked me,
things, but
fucking. Oh, I think I've got the shits. Ship, you're gonna have to help him. You can fuck yourself.
I ain't helping fuck all with that.
What do you want me to do? You need to hold the bag. No. Go out there, dig a hole, hope for the best, mate.
I've got the shits. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Good times. What did you bring up the other day that I completely forgot about? Playing baseball.
Yeah. Out in the middle by the Red Desert.
Yes. That's a nice place to go, by the way, the Red Desert. Do I have a picture of the Red Desert? It actually literally looks like something out of Star Wars. Because then you walk up those sand dunes, and then about, I'd probably say about 100 metres, if that, there's a coochie camp, which is basically Afghan jippos.
Who, oddly enough, was the one we bought the chicken off.
So you didn't just buy off Eddie Afghan?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, they're coochie camps. Who I think
the ones you mortared.
I'm mortared, yeah. So, that's another funny story. So, me and Dan are on the 60mm mortar. Oh, God. Dan's you were firing, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was setting the rounds out. And it's literally just a loom rounds. We're sending up fucking candles, basically. Put the first one in. Dan sets it. Poof, goes. Fucking no light going on.
Must have
been a dud. We're trying on. Same thing happens. Fuck, we got a bad batch here. Third one. Poof. Dan turns to me. Tommo, are you pulling the pin? Yes.
Oh, that one worked.
Completely forgot you're supposed to pull the pin out of the top.
You're pulling the pins out, aren't you? Yeah, mate. Next one goes off fine. You had the boss come over. What are you two doing? Well, why are they not going off? The first couple must have got wet, boss.
Oh, fucking hell. What a great tour.
Oh. They said, yeah, up by the Red Desert, what can we do? We used a pickaxe handle, and we had a random tennis ball, don't know why. So that's it. So we're playing baseball. American drone flies over. Most people would then start pretending to be professional. No, we stop the game, wave, carry on.
It was a pickaxe handle, wasn't it?
Pickaxe handle.
Fucking smashing it. Oh, fucking good times. Fucking good times. I still remember, I've got a video somewhere. I think it might be on my tour camera, which I think is in the house. When it flooded, and we were driving through, and obviously everybody else's vehicle is fine going through these things. What I was the vehicle commander for was basically a Land Rover that they used in Ireland, called the Snatch, and it wasn't
the ones that were meant to be off the ground 80 months before.
Yeah, weren't fit for purpose. So we're going through this fucking puddle, and everybody else fucking zooms through fucking with ease, and it comes to us. And my Hammy, who was driving, now an officer, he turns to me and goes, Tommo, do you think we can get through this? And I went, yeah, baby. Fucking water everywhere, all over the top cover, everything. Next thing I know, we're stuck in the middle, and all this water's just going through the door, and I was like, I think we might die. I had to get out, wade through, and get the. I think you guys towed me out, actually.
Yeah, I had to go back round, stick it on the back, mate.
Fuck, I had to get towed out, but I was soaking then. Rest of the patrol.
I think I felt every single patrol when it rained. I had no roof.
You had fucking
Sounds
Gore-Tex.
I had a little pipe with hot air. That's it, a pipe. You've got to pick what part of you to keep warm.
However, when you had your sleeping bag out and you put the pipe in,
We didn't even. We took the pipes off, left
Too
the
hot.
running, and just I had like the heater there, the engine block.
too hot if anything.
There was one night and when I was all fucking freezing, and when I didn't even go in my sleeping bag. I got that.
Do you remember? I want to say it was Hilly, but I'm not 100% sure. When he thought it was a good idea to get the fucking thermal blanket out that you give to the casualties, this big silver fucking spacesuit blanket, and he put it inside his sleeping bag and wrapped himself up in it. He said he had to strip off because he was too hot. Got too hot, mate. I went, why don't you just take that out of your sleeping bag, you fucking idiot?
Oh, you could tell why I was all put on the one fucking platoon, didn't you?
That was a good platoon, that Alpha platoon. Fucking good lads.
It was funny.
There they are. Ramos has come up to his final year.
Did he get sergeant in the end?
I don't know. In fact, he was auxiliary, so he don't count. He's out. He's out. No idea. Officer, out. I think he's out. Out. One more year. Hack out. Hack's out. So there's about two in that whole photo. They're still in. Good times, mate. Then you got fucking Burrows.
He wanted to get out first.
He wanted to get out first. He wanted to get out on that tour, and I talked him out of it, and now he's a fucking sergeant.
Every single one of us are out.
Right. Yeah. That one always makes you laugh. Tommo, the light's not working. Fucking battery, mate. The fucking light's not working. He's charging, doesn't it, you fucking idiot?
Who was it that kept saying that these lights ain't working? They are the IR lights, mate. You fucking idiot.
Fucking IR lights.
Oh. Well, my favourite one. Hello, O. O? Who the fuck's O?
Oh, don't fucking owe me. That's where the name comes from. Granite Zero.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So I was like, what are you two fucking going on about? He's like, fucking hell, you're just gonna just fucking sit here and talk shit all night. I want to talk about fucking West Ham. Called you up. Irons! Irons!
No, they were so bad.
He did alright against Chelsea.
Yeah.
We can't call him Chelsea anymore, can we?
No,
Not Russian no more.
no.
American.
Well, all these fans are sort of like, yeah, they don't know what to do now. I mean,
So I went to watch Villa play Chelsea, and I have never heard them go Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. I was like, is that the only song you actually have?
yeah, because they weren't really a club until 2004. were
That's
they?
like Arsenal have only got one song, haven't they?
Yeah.
Arsenal. Arsenal FC. You're not the best team in the world, so fuck off. And if anything, here's a controversial thing. The Invincibles are overrated.
Probably. Yeah.
Drew a lot of games that season.
To be fair as well, if you look at the teams around them at the time as well, it's not the same.
I saw a thing today, and it upset me a little bit. I can't lie. But it was like, out of the champions that have won it, who would be the top dogs in terms of their best season with the points that they got? And top of the pile was obviously City, because they're the only ones to get over 100 points. Yeah. And Liverpool was second. They had a season where they were 99 points. Then it was Chelsea. I think they had 93 points.
That was Mourinho's first
That was
season.
Mourinho. They only conceded 15 goals.
That was mental.
But they won a lot of games 1-0.
Yeah.
15 goals. In a 38 game season, they only conceded 15 goals. Mental. Then it's United. 92 points, I think they had.
Was that the 08 season?
No, it was just a random one, I think. And then it was Arsenal. That was the invincible season. But yeah, but they drew like 12 games, and my brother's gonna get fucking annoyed by this because he'll listen. He'll be like, how dare you say it's like? But it is overrated. They drew 12 games, which is shocking when you think about it. They were knocked out of the League Cup by Middlesbrough in whenever it was. They were knocked out by Chelsea in the FA Cup, I think it was.
They got to the semis or the finals of the FA Cup that year?
No.
I thought they lost
quarters.
Was that the season that Middlesbrough had a run in Europe?
Yeah, they got to the final.
Yeah.
That was Southgate, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
Was it Southgate?
Yeah.
Southgate or McLaren?
Well, no, Southgate. Was Southgate playing?
Southgate was playing, I think.
Yeah, I think he was.
Might have been McLaren then. Was McLaren manager?
Wasn't it the two?
Was that Bro Science? That was Bro Science, that. Remember when Fulham beat Juventus to get to the final?
Yeah. The bus stop in Chelsea beat Juventus.
The bus stop in Chelsea. But yeah, like I said, it was like I'll always argue the point because obviously, as a United fan, the treble season is a far greater achievement. Winning the 3 trophies the way they did, they might not have got the same amount of points as anywhere else, but the 3 trophies hasn't been duplicated since yet. And
that's the thing. If you're not playing if you get knocked out of your domestic, like
you've lost
cups and whatnot, and then you go and win with 100 points, it isn't the same as doing a treble, I would say.
Oh, I'll take that. Haven't won the Kent Cup though, have they?
No.
Or the World Cup.
King of World Cup, we've got the King Cup, mate.
How many West Ham players are actually playing?
Like 3.
Is that it? Out of the 11 players,
3 or 4.
and you've won the World Cup?
No, and it's definitely tongue in cheek. Like, well, it's probably not.
Is it Tottenham tongue in cheek or is it?
I mean, it would be, if I said it, it'd be tongue in cheek.
Won the World Cup, didn't we? Like 3 players. One of them only played in the final, didn't he? Hurst.
Yeah.
Very good. Good tactics though.
Ace Cup.
Was the ball over the line?
It don't matter now, does it? Makes up for the one that was over the line they didn't give us.
Yeah. Definitely. I don't know. You can't tell from that angle though, can you? Because obviously 1966 you can't tell from that fucking angle.
No. Good job they didn't have VR though. The fucking mess they made of it this weekend.
Yeah.
Penalty? For those of you who don't know, the controversial West Ham Chelsea.
Great save.
I'm going to go no.
No penalty?
Yeah, all day. How can it not be a penalty?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, just because technically, written in the rules, you can have an arm holding you up as you're sliding in.
The fact that he was sliding the wrong direction,
Doesn't matter.
that's a penalty all day. All day. It was a great save. Doesn't matter if he weren't the keeper, but great save.
Yeah,
He was diving the wrong way.
They have had a fucking mix up this.
He's been kicked off VAR, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's not even that difficult, especially if you're like playing it back.
I don't understand how they can make a mistake if they've got the ability to rewind
and do it on different
angles. But last night as well, for example. So Connor Cody grabbed Robertson by one angle, looked to grab him by the throat, no booking, no red card. Casemiro grabbed Matey Boy. Yeah.
By the collar in the end, wasn't it?
But he had him by the throat on one side and a collar on the other, and he was moving him out of the way. They fucking hug afterwards. There's no animosity. There was no anger. It was moving him away.
Red card.
But because of the angle, they showed the referee one angle.
Yeah.
You've got all the angles now, all of them.
It's a fucking joke. I mean,
And how they get offsides wrong.
That offside call when they put it on the wrong fucking player.
Yeah.
They almost did that for the Rashford goal, and I was shouting at my phone So they had to check Rashford's goal to make sure he was onside. They were putting it against the wrong player, and he was slightly offside on the wrong player. And I was looking at it going, why are they looking at that player? It's the player that's basically
next to him
would have been playing right back or right centre half, who is a bit further in. It was definitely playing. I was like, he's definitely onside. You can see it with the naked eye.
But then I think I said this in the last one. They rely too much now on VAR.
Mm.
And VAR has been proven now. It's not infallible.
Ooh.
The
Fucking hell, infallible.
Kentish Owl's getting into me now.
Gee whiz. Cantish Owl. Cuntish Owl. But it is fucking shit state in it, VAR.
It's, yeah, it hasn't fucking showered itself in glory. Fucking golden showered itself, but...
That's a weird fetish, isn't it? Being pissed on.
Yeah.
How did you discover you like that? You just in the bath one day?
Everyone's done it, isn't they?
What, just pissing themselves?
Piss on
Oh,
yourself
piss
or
on
piss...
yourself,
Yeah, but have you ever had someone piss on you?
Yeah, the club, does that count? Yeah.
Why?
It's funny, isn't it? To be fair, I've pissed on my fair amount of people, so...
Pissed in a few drinks before.
Yeah.
It's got to be done.
I pissed in someone's kettle and turned it on.
Oh, warm piss.
It's not just that boiled and it fucking stinks, but...
Whose kettle? Warmers.
It was rubbish.
You were fucking horrible to him, you were.
I tried to kill us both on the drive back home before. Got down the motorway.
Did you
And
pull
he
the
bobbed
handbrake?
off and I just threw his handbrake on.
Fucking hell! Just trying to kill us both, why not?
I can't remember
Jesus.
what he was saying. And I went, I'll kill us both. And he went, no you won't. Fuck off.
Not to that extent, but no, not even anywhere near that. We basically nicked, again, rest his soul, Patterson. You might have been there, actually. We broke into his car and moved it to the other side of the airfield.
I can either confirm or deny if I was there or not.
Easy to get into his car. It just took the handbrake off and just pushed it to the other side of the airfield.
Well, we moved Boss Bear's car.
Yes.
Yeah, it had a little Mini. We just picked it up.
It's always funny when you move someone's car and then they watch and they're like, oh, who's it
The
called?
funniest one I ever see like that was out on a run, and it was Mo that noticed it. Someone's had their car broke into. It was his car.
Jesus.
Again, God rest his soul.
Oh. He only bought the car for like 50 quid. Someone's had the car broke into. It's yours. Oh, fuck!
Fuck it all. Speaking of football and fucking serving at the same time, one of the worst tackles I've ever seen was by that man there. We were playing in a squadron charity sort of football match. Darren Huckabee played. He came down from Norwich.
Yeah, he just finished playing at Norwich.
And he came down to one of our flight sergeants was a big Norwich fan, and he brought him in. Fucking still rapid, ridiculously fast.
Yeah, he said he'd lost a yard of pace. I don't know what yard he'd lost.
But anyway, this fucking lad was probably closer to the goal line and the out of bounds part of the goal line to being outside the box, right? So he's so far inside the box, it's unreal. And that fucking animal,
just watch him out.
in a friendly match, the tackle was at hip height.
You can't criticise me for my
Yeah,
one
but
against
he was
Spurs.
just-
But
He was
no,
just
you
quicker
can.
in-
He can. It wasn't given as a penalty.
I got up. I didn't even deny it. I started walking off. I'm like, I'm gone. I'm done. And free kick. I'm like,
No booking. It's a blatant.
I'm walking off the pitch. I'm getting sent off for that. That's horrendous. Because he had megged me about 3 times before it,
Oh, you got that.
and he was just like, he just kept taking it past me, and I'd had enough. So
There was
I'm wiping
Got
you
that,
out.
no.
I got a lad in that game as well. He said to me, he said, he went, "You're not going to get anywhere near me in that game." He was bigging himself up. He's a good player. And I said to him, I went, put it this way, if I do get you, you're going to fucking feel it. He came up to me in the bar after the game, he went, you're a fucking animal. I was like, what? And he went, he pulled down his trousers, and he went, look at that. And he had a stud mark on the inside of his thigh. And I went, I don't even remember doing that. And he went, you're just fucking horrible. I was like, what do you want from me? No such thing as a friendly game.
In fact, I'm pretty sure the reason I got put on was to bring that bloke down.
Probably.
So I did exactly that.
Did you play like football as a kid?
Yeah.
So obviously we got you from Gumtree. So
Great son.
Fucking hell.
tell you what, that was the best thing that's ever happened off Gumtree. I think friendships are made on Gumtree. People
Did you
think
actually advertise yourself as an average right back?
No.
How did you advertise? I'm sure that's what. Was it Luke that found you?
no, Chris found
Chris.
it.
No, they put a thing up saying they're looking for a player. I said, well, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he told me like your
He
advert.
mugged you right off, mate.
I'm an above average right back. Yeah, he'll do.
They had the advert. I didn't
That's
have an
brilliant.
advert.
That's even better.
Why would you put?
He
an
said,
advert?
I swear he said that you had the advert.
No.
Why did
Why
they
would
put
I
an
have
advert out?
They put an advert out. Why would I have an advert of myself?
That was that before it was Lazio? Because they had another team, didn't they?
Yes. Yeah. It was,
And that's when me and Luke
Hit-
had a Barney.
I played
Hidden-
one game in that,
Hitting Hope.
Hitting Hope, that was it.
and it was it Luke's old man?
Yeah, he
that
played
played
in goal.
He was funny.
He was funny, and I remember
He made some pretty good
I
saves. as
had a
well.
big Barney with Luke.
That was the one game I went to.
Fucking, I hope
The
you're
goalkeeper had more shots than goals.
I
than we
hope
did.
you're listening, Luke. You fucking dickhead. You always fucking.
Let's
You.
set up a bit. Let's set
It's
up.
outside. Careful you
Actually,
don't
grab
trip.
one, please.
And
Cheers.
yeah, it was. We were getting beaten. Oh,
Sorry, mate.
oh, that's fantastic. We were getting beaten like 8 or 9-0 every time.
Yeah.
And I basically went, I can't do it. I went, this has never happened to me when I've been playing football ever. And he went, oh, sorry, fucking Cristiano Ronaldo. And I was like, I'm not fucking saying I'm fucking any good, but I'm better than this shit.
Yeah.
I laugh.
To be fair though, it did get better. Two league titles. So
That was with Lazio, wasn't it?
yeah. Oh yeah. But same players, apart from
We had two. We had Sean and your mate, the ginger hair, who's a dickhead that I
He
fucking.
don't talk to me anymore. To
I hope he gets hit by a bus or something. Prick.
Where's your
It's down there on the floor, isn't it?
Are you stuck it behind there?
It's thirsty being a dad, apparently. Glenn, not bad. Hated him. Do you remember-
He should have been a Spurs fan.
Are you okay?
No.
Do you want me to do it?
I did the last one. There you go. Yeah, have that one.
Do you remember when he? Do you remember?
That's for you.
That's
mate.
yours, isn't it?
No, that's yours.
You're the
Oh,
buddy.
this one.
Unless you want to swap.
Yeah, you have that.
When he said when he said he was he went, I was on Arsenal youth. Yeah, of course you were, mate. Behave.
He wasn't even any good, but he criticised.
Might have been in
everything.
Arsenal's YO unit.
He proper criticised when he came in. He just took the piss out of everyone and criticised, and it's like, but you're not actually any good.
And then you had Sean who just dribbled and didn't pass, and then we replaced him with a midget version. That's right, Lee.
Angry Lee was.
Lee the
Probably.
copper that would kick off every game. Like, what is going on?
He was having troubles. I got volleyed in the head. Anyone remember that
I
one?
wasn't there for that game. I was at work. I was on the night
I
shift.
got volleyed in
Do
the
you
head.
know what the awkward thing about what that was? I played 11 aside at the weekends with them, so I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it was just.
I got volleyed in the head.
Like, it was. I was like, why?
I
why-
did choke one of them out though with a rear naked choke.
Yeah. Well, you like proper fucking suplexed him into the floor.
I wasn't there.
Oh, I thought I can't go throwing bombs because I got fucking goalkeeper gloves on. That's all because of fucking Luke's brother. He's like Jack Grealish. He just gets kicked.
Yeah, that was the thing though. They were just getting pissed off because he was just really good, and we beat them in the league. So
He did. That was with Fat Dan, the goalkeeper. And his son with the really small feet.
I remember
He
the
was just really
first
small
time
as a
we
whole,
played him, and I absolutely wiped him out. Got the ball, went straight through him. And he went, if you haven't got the ball, I'll knock you out. And I just laughed at him.
I remember you saying to someone,
What the fuck's this?
you had a few players that like called you out, and you went to one of them. I just remember, mate, I got work tomorrow.
I remember.
Some of us have got work in the morning.
It was those like Chipola.
Yeah. Fucking good times though.
I loved.
As if we won the league twice.
Do you know what I loved was the Polish team when you played.
Kurwa!
Learned a bit of Polish.
Yeah.
So
That's like the only swear word ever. Kurwa.
I asked them what it meant, and they were like, "Well, it's like about 4 different things. It can mean what you want it to mean."
Bit like cunt.
Yeah, cunt, dickhead, whatever.
Transracial. I don't know. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. But you can be transracial now. There's a side note for you.
I saw them. I saw
You can
someone.
identify as whatever you
So
want.
next time someone says I suffer from, was it white privilege? I identify as whatever race.
Did you just assume that I'm white?
Did you assume my race?
I saw a video of a bloke that's doing that. So he's got like this big fucking banner, big pink banner, that's saying I support feminism.
And he's got Trump.
And he's got like a
Trump.
feminist for Trump, and they went, how can you say that? You need to park your white privilege, your white male privilege. You went, whoa, 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 whoa. Do you just assume my gender? And they went, oh yeah, I guess I did. I'm so sorry. And he went, well, I'm offended. And it's like, you fucking idiots. He's just played you for a bright fool there, and you.
But the thing is, with the logic, and when you start throwing those things around, your logic is your flawed logic is just getting thrown back at you, and you can't do anything about
all they
it.
do is they shout louder.
However, with all this pronoun thing, did any of you see what? As soon as that all started coming out, someone changed Michael Jackson's Twitter to he. Whoever done that? Bravo, sir. Fucking bravo.
Oh, I've got a question, right? And I can't seem to get a straight answer on it. See,
Well, you're not going to get one here, are you?
but no, because I feel like
It's my time to shine.
you'll have an opinion on this. So, with the pronouns, you want to be he, him, she, her, they, them, and all everything else, right? But I'm never gonna have a conversation with you and call you a he or a him. I'm only gonna do it in a message about you, which you would never know about. So why would you want to be called? Why would it matter if I call you he, him, they, them, or anything else if you're not going to know about it? Because I'm not going to directly call you they.
Can if you want.
How would you do this in French? Because they have masculine and feminine words.
It doesn't work. In like Spanish as well.
Any other language but English.
But I don't understand the pronouns because you aren't going to do it unless it's in like say a text message.
You can't just change your pronoun either. It's like, I think
We
Darren.
should just bring back lobotomy.
That
That solved all of this.
Darren came up with something because he has a few different.
Hereford Art College.
Yeah, basically. That's all you need to say. Hereford Art College. At his work, there's a couple that are trans. There's a couple that are non-binary and all that. My brother is now coming up to being 40, and he's like, I just don't get it. But don't get offended if I don't get it. I just.
Yeah, it's not being.
You know, if I get it wrong, you can correct me, but don't get offended by it. I'm a 40-year-old man. And he went, and he was talking about their different pronouns and things, and he came out with, he went, well, if you're going to go by that, then I'll go from tall and handsome. And they went, but you can't say that because you're not tall. He went, whoa.
Did you assume my height?
Did you assume my height? Like, basically like that. And they were like, what? And he went, exactly. So from now on, I'm tall, dark, and handsome. And you're like, oh, okay. It's like, no, don't just say okay.
The funniest thing I heard when it comes to that, your brother, is like, identify as they, them. Where's the rest of you then?
Yeah, especially Darren. Where is the rest of him? He knows.
I will now identify as correct.
Yeah. You're a self-aware smartphone, aren't you?
I am a self-aware smartphone.
Yeah, I personally don't understand it, and
It's difficult, and it's a minefield. But it's also...
It's not difficult. It's not a minefield.
In the global sense...
It's just be simple.
It is
Rather
simple.
than all these pronouns, do you have a willy?
I have a massive one, mate.
Well, I will now call
Huge.
you him.
Huge penis.
Simple. Done.
But what I'm trying to say is, it's the minority that have the biggest, loudest voice.
yeah,
Because
Ian
everybody
shouts the
else-
loudest.
Everybody else has logic, and they're like, oh, okay. But most people don't want to have that argument. They're like,
We need another good war. Thin this
Okay.
fucking bloodline down.
well, fuck it. Well, Russia are trying.
I love the fact that they were like, we've got. He dropped something about invading Europe. You can't even finish off Ukraine. Like, how are you going to invade anyone else?
That's because Ukraine
Absolute bits.
are doing everybody else's bidding.
The fact that we've been training, arming, giving them stuff. Yeah, mate.
Fucking hell, we're giving them that much money. Our fucking electric bills have gone up. Pricks. Here's one for you guys then, if we're on those sort of topics. It's not just about football, this podcast. Everything.
Geopolitical.
Yeah, ooh. That's naughty. I don't know where you guys are getting these fucking terms
It's in
from.
the beer, mate.
It must be in the hops.
25 a day.
How... We're supposed to be in this fucking crisis.
Which
Cost of living crisis we're supposed to be in. We're in many crises. But obviously, gas and electric gone through the roof, right? Clearly, they're just taking the piss. Shell and that, and BP... Oh, well, we'll go with Shell. I know that's petrol. Record.
Yep.
32.8 billion. They could give everybody in the world £1 billion and still have profit.
But
No, there's more than 32 people in the world, mate.
32 billion.
Yeah, so they can't give everyone a bit.
No, there isn't. There's only 8 billion people in the world.
Yes.
So they've still got profit. See, that's where we need Chris to quickly do some maths. But,
Especially with money.
but yeah, that's
Now he's
madness.
got a lampshade made of his own foreskin.
A lampshade.
Yeah, why not? He's a massive dick anyway.
Well, he's a massive dick.
Yeah.
You've seen him in the shower. It's definitely not.
I'm sure it's adequate.
He can't even defend himself.
you should just put that on the little clip when you put it out.
He can't even defend himself, or...
Oh no, he's got a small willy and he's got a foreskin lampshade.
Jesus. Did we rip him enough at the start?
No.
Bless him in his poorly knee.
On that though, did you see in the news they're talking about
Chris's foreskin. He ain't got one.
we may have to fire up our coal power station because of energy supplies. I've got a question for you. Why don't you just do that now? Solve a problem.
Boom.
The
Because
big
Greta Thunberg will fucking cry. She just needs fingering in a fucking science lesson, doesn't she?
the thing
Yeah.
is, so
She's got to go to school for that though.
it's all coming. Did you see that World Economic Forum? So all the most
Oddly enough, no. You see the World Economical Forum?
right. No.
I don't
It's not, it's
tend
not
to-
as weird
For
question.
the sake of this conversation, we'll pretend I didn't.
Okay, it's not weird
Ever.
conversation because it's been on the news, and they're literally all these billionaires and people like Greta Thunberg's there and all this, and they're telling you what they're going to do, like as in a centralised bank digital currency where basically you get tracked by how much money you spend, a bit like China.
I was going to say, that's China.
Yeah, that's what's they're literally telling you they're going to do that here. But all these billionaires flew into a place called Davos, which is in Switzerland, in a private jet. Then
How did Greta sail into that?
Then
cracking on, isn't she?
Then they had to get a helicopter from there towards Davos because it's nowhere near Davos, and then a car from the helicopter to the place
It was
to
electric.
tell everyone that they need to do better with climate change.
Brilliant.
I saw a thing today. We've only actually increased by temperature by 1 degree in the last 10,000 years.
Did you see on the
So go fuck yourself.
Joe Rogan podcast about
If you're getting your
actually-
facts off Joe Rogan, you need to start questioning yourself.
It wasn't
Hey.
off of Joe Rogan, it was off of one of his
Tells no
guests.
lies.
And it was about
Apart from
what
that
would
quote.
be more concerning is not global warming but global cooling. And basically,
They
'cause you
changed the
can't
name. That's why
stop-
they changed the name from global warming to climate change.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, they ain't got a fucking clue.
At the end of the day, at some
It's night
point,
time.
we will have a ice age.
Hopefully.
So, who gives a fuck?
Cold then, isn't it?
That's it. We'll definitely be firing up them coals then, won't we?
At least all the Welsh can get their jobs back.
That's it. Newcastle might put a fucking hoodie on.
Nah, I don't think they will.
I went up to Newcastle in February to watch West Ham play, and I'm not. It must have been like fucking -10 on a Tuesday. I think it was a Tuesday.
-10.
Like it's fucking ridiculously cold.
To be fair, we
And there
did
was
an
people
exercise for
with
3
shorts.
weeks in August up in Newcastle, and it rained for 3 weeks.
They're a different breed.
Oh, one day.
Yes.
We did a river crossing.
Shit
But
anyway.
yeah, they're different breeds up north. Like proper up north.
Yeah.
They're just weird. They're a weird race of people.
Yeah.
I don't mind the Geordies though. They're alright.
Proper Geordies.
Quite friendly.
So long as you're from down south. Everyone's a cunt down south, isn't they?
Well,
Yeah, we
so-
just hate each other.
I kind of like it that way, to be fair.
Yeah, I do.
Everyone's a cunt to each other. Like if someone I don't know says morning to me when I'm out, I'm like,
Who the fuck are you?
couldn't live up north. People being friendly to each other.
To this day, I've lived in this house for 4 years. I've never spoken to one of my neighbours.
The other day for parking in your driveway.
And that was I didn't know she was one of my neighbours. That's so stupid. Yeah, parked me fucking drive.
Well, actually,
On
on
me drive. Fucking. I was like, put my head out, and I was like, who are you? Oh, sorry, it's only 5 minutes. It's not what I asked. Who are you? And then we just went, oh, I'm sorry, I was just dropping my husband off. I said, why are you parked on my drive? It's not like it's like no parking here. I can clearly see there's plenty. Why are you parked on my drive? She said, I'm really sorry. I said, no, you'd get the arse if I parked on yours. She went, no, I wouldn't mind. I said, oh, shut up. No need to be so rude. So fucking rude! Go and get your husband, you stupid bitch. Get the fuck off my drive, cunt.
wow, handled it well.
Yeah. Breezy about it.
Yeah. Stupid twat. And the thing is, though, the house she fucking lives in is right at the bottom. She's got a fucking gate on her drive. No wonder she don't mind if people park on it. It won't even be her.
You should go park in front of the gate.
I wish I had. I might go and leave my failed MOT cars out.
Got a new bum.
It's got a new bum. I changed the bum on my car.
How did you break your bum on your car?
I don't want to talk about it.
How did you break the bum on your car?
The engine died and it rolled into a pole. And I was very angry.
Did you punch it?
I might have punched it. And I might have swore at the car. On the A2 at rush hour just before the Blackwall Tunnel.
Oh,
Oh, what a place to do it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Pushing it across 3 lanes of about 2 lanes of traffic to get onto the yard shoulder. Didn't even get on the yard shoulder properly, and then it rolled back and hit a pole.
Did they all call you cunts? Or just
I'm sure I got called a couple of things. However, I didn't realise how quick you can't park there, mate. Got boring.
Yeah, cheer.
It was literally a case of
haven't heard that one today.
Can't park there, mate.
yeah, call up AA. They'll come and save me here. We'll be about an hour, mate.
Would you walk to work?
Can you not?
No, I got towed back home. Then I've got another car. I figured I only do 9.5 hour days now. I was only in work for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
What's the point?
Yeah, might as well have chinned it.
Do you know what? Saying about getting towed home. So, my auntie never made it to my wedding because her fucking engine blew up on the M25. She was closer to the wedding than she was home, which
Tommo.
was
Yeah.
Worcester, and I towed her all the way back to Worcester, so she missed my fucking wedding.
I didn't make it into work before. 12-hour shift at the time. Didn't make it in.
Just didn't fancy it.
No. There was a diesel spill in the Blackwall Tunnel, so everything stopped. There was a crash on the Dartford crossing, so everything stopped. And then, because then everyone was trying to get through the Rotherhithe Tunnel, which
Yeah.
is only one lane, everything
Yeah.
stopped. So I left my house at 4 to start work at 7, because I like to get in early.
What about the Woolwich?
Everything was stopped. So I got as far as 5 ways, just after Sidcup, but just before Lewisham.
Yeah.
I turned round at midnight and come home.
Night shift.
Yes, it was. Yes.
I once did a shift at Loomis when I was working over at Dagenham, and I left my house at 3 o'clock in the morning to start my shift at, might have been 2 o'clock I left, so my shift would have been about 3:30, 4 to do ATM machine. It was always an early start. Got there and it was fucking chocker on the M25. I was like, this makes no sense. It's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever time it was. I didn't get into work until 7:30 when I would have been close to finishing coming home. I got into work and then they said to me, they went, oh, you're on the London casino runs now as a pair with this guy. I went, what time do they finish? And they went, oh, I usually finish about 10. I went, at night? And they went, yeah. I went, that's not going to fucking happen. I went, why not? I went, I've been up since 2 o'clock to get here. They went, oh, what can you do then? I went, you fucking tell me, I ain't doing a fucking casino run. You fucking eat a dick. They ended up giving me like literally 3 drops in Dagenham round the corner. Drop them off, collect them, off home.
This is why I love working from home now. Just
Mate,
come downstairs, laptop.
genuinely working for Loomis at Dagenham, I've never seen so many cowboys in my life. I used to literally, I nicknamed them the Dagenham Cowboys. So when I worked at Maidstone with Chris, everything was by the book. You used the proper box, you used the fobs, you did the right codes and things like that. I worked with a bloke. We would start our shift at like 1 o'clock in the morning. We'd be done by fucking 9 a.m. with all these drops in London. He would take every cassette in for a ATM, which would have been around, some of them were about 500,000 in these cassettes. So you're supposed to take them one in at a time. All 4 cassettes at once. No box. Sat on them. I was like, if we get robbed, we're in the shit. And these aren't even nice parts of London either. These are fucking
Bits of London are usually on fire.
Is there any nice bits of London anymore?
Probably not. West London?
Nah, even that's just where people go to get stabbed now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's late, wasn't it?
That's where the terror attack was, wasn't it? And that
Yeah.
bloke with a narwhal fucking tusk went, yeah. Who walks around with a narwhal tusk? Questions got to be asked about that.
Got
I don't think anyone did they?
No.
Where'd you get
Who
that
the
from?
fuck is this guy?
Natural
Was-
History Museum, wasn't it?
wasn't he off of? He'd just come
Just
out
got
of
off the
prison.
boat.
No,
Yeah,
did
just
he
got
just
out
come
of jail.
out?
He's got a
He's like
narwhal tusk. What are you doing?
Bashing someone out with a narwhal tusk.
Thank you. However,
Where did you get that from? Told you.
How?
Told you. Natural
Who
History
the
Museum.
fuck even thinks that's what I need?
He was probably robbing it from somewhere at the time, and then thought, well, this might make up for it.
I am Spartacus.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. I hate London.
I can't stand the place. I fucking hate it.
Like,
There isn't. If you go, there's some nice places to eat, drink, whatever. But like, if you go out of central London, it is shit. It's proper divey.
look shit.
It's an old city that they've tried to update, but they haven't like done it logically. It's just like random spots. And it's not even like a good update. Like you go to old cities, it's oh yeah, this is the old castle. This is where the. Where's this one? Oh no, that's just where Jack the Ripper just murdered and raped his way through London.
tour. We'll do a tour on that. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
you can't imagine going to...
Oh, this is the river. There's more cocaine in here than Colombia. The fish are out their fucking faces.
Can you imagine
Not
if
the normal
you...
fish, there's the crayfish.
on the Jack the Ripper thing, can you imagine if you went to America and they were like, yeah, this is where Jeffrey Dahmer ate people. Maybe they do that, I don't know. Be a bit weird though, but it's the same thing, isn't it?
I don't know, they might do. Americans are weird though, aren't they?
They love a serial killer.
Yeah, because they're all fucking related to each other.
Jeffrey Dahmer. He was
That-
just a hungry gay man, wasn't
That's
he?
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
He's not as bad as that Kimber. Did you hear about what?
Billy Kimber.
Whatever it would. He was. He
No role model,
decapitated.
is
He decapitated his mum and then used the decapitated head to have sex with it. So.
Still wet though, isn't it? Wet hole.
Oh, I really love you, mummy.
Ooh, mummy.
I told you, Stace told me off the other day because I said Teddy's got prison time in him.
Teddy has.
He's got prison time
he's
in
like
that
an
boy.
animal, mate. That boy.
He's got until he's 15 and I'm walking down the careers office myself. Pick a regiment, anyone you want, mate.
He is a fucking brute. It's where he just smacks his head off things and then just goes, ow, and rubs it and then carries on walking. It's like most kids like burst into tears.
Do you know what?
Horrendous.
I was looking after Mason today and he did exactly the same thing twice. Didn't learn.
Lads.
And he just went like that and then just did it again. Brilliant.
It's the way he just climbs up on things and then jumps off them. It's like, you've got no fear.
There's something missing. Takes after his mum. You can definitely tell what one I brought up, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You got the sensitive soul in Riley, and then you got that.
Well, I've got Norman
I
Bates.
think- I was going to say, I thought you.
I've got Norman Bates and Mowgli.
I was going to
I
say, I'm
killed him
pretty
for
sure.
you, mother. Teddy, what happened at school? Ah, some kid gobbed off his head. Oh my god. He's going to be the one I'll have to search. Right, I know you've got fags on you somewhere, mate. Where are they?
But arguably, are you saying Norman Bates is better than
It's a
that?
different type of sort of.
He killed.
He killed a lot of people.
I'm not sure that's better.
But he done it for her.
He is a mummy's boy. Teddy's just going to murder for fun.
Yeah. I'm slowly bringing up fucking my own Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
He is a fucking brute, mate.
Get him doing some boxing or something.
No, I'm teaching him how to fight. He's fucking horrendous now.
Or rugby.
I was looking after him the other Thursday with Kate. So I was only there for about half an hour, to be fair, and he was already winding me up. Oh, fucking hell, you take it after your dad. Shut the fuck up. But because he climbs up, doesn't he, to get himself a chocolate bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and he was up there, and I think he got stuck and couldn't get down, so he was whinging that he wanted to get down. So I went in there and I went, no, Teddy, you can't have that chocolate bar. You've just had you haven't finished your lunch or whatever it was. So I put it back, and he kept just going, no! And I was like, you fucking tell me no. No! And I went, mate, I'm going to put you on that step. I don't give a shit. Fucking talk to me like that. I literally picked him up by his fucking little collar and I went, stop it!
So you tell me started going to school. I had a beer the other day. My turn. What do you mean my turn?
Love that.
He's a
It's
proper
not
lad.
Stage thought I was going to have a proper parenting moment. I got down eye level with him. Both his hands. Fuck off. Oh, don't swear at him.
He's brilliant. Kids are brilliant. Okay, my two.
She told me off because I called him a fully baked cream pie.
Okay, my two went down fucking Asda yesterday with Kate. They took their own money, pocket money from Grandad Bill, that is. He ain't fucking about. They fucking got themselves some Prime, which is fucking piss water if you ask me. Unless you want to sponsor me. That is lovely. like, he was like, "Do you want to see my haul?" I went, "All right."
Sorry, what?
Hall of Prime.
Oh, haul! I was going to say,
Yeah.
what?
Haul. And I was like, "All right, what you got?" She went, "I got this prime, and I got this prime." I was like, "Oh, I'm not impressed."
There's a
yet."
mortgage.
Aren't they like £2?
Yeah, they're £2 from Asda, but because these fucking other shops buy them in bulk, and then they go, "Well, I'll sell them for £5 and kids will buy them."
Yeah.
They're buying them for the bottle. So I said,
Fiver? There was a shop that Riley's mate bought one. Fucking $10.99 for a bottle of it.
Do you see the ones when no one could get any up in
Wakey Wines.
Wines? Yeah.
After all come closer, after all come... Oh, fuck off, you cunt. I hope someone robs him.
Do you see where he was
But no,
like?
he's a fucking TikTok celebrity.
Yeah.
He does meet and greets. Why are people paying for cunts to be famous that are shit? Oh, fucking winds me up.
Unlimited information we've got on the internet. You can literally learn and look at anything, and we spend it looking at dickheads like that.
My favourite thing is that there's an infinite amount of dickheads, people, and they just sort of survive on social media. But people like Andrew Tate get banned. People like Jordan Peterson get banned, and you're like,
There's a bloke, right? His name is Paul Breach on TikTok. He's definitely a nonce, right?
there's a lot of nonsense
So
on social
fucking
media.
Blippy on fucking Netflix.
He's 100%.
If there's anything that
We,
I've ever
well,
seen.
which one? The new one or the old? They changed him out.
I don't fucking care. Sorry, he's wearing orange and purple, and he, you touch kids. There's no doubt in my mind.
Have you seen why the original Blippy isn't doing it?
No.
He shat on someone. This old
Jess
video.
told me that. Jess told me that.
This old video reset. I've seen it. It's funny and disgusting at the same time. I'll find it for you. But yeah, he shat on someone.
That's brilliant.
And
Do you know what?
now he's not allowed
You've
to
just
do
said
it.
that. I kind of like him a little bit more.
Yeah, that was the original one. And there's also, have you seen Blippy's like girlfriend
Mika
with the dodgy hairline?
Yeah, Mika.
Looks like a crackhead.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely
100%.
You definitely hold the camera while he touches kids while smoking your meth pipe.
Yeah.
On Epstein Island.
Mason loves it, honestly.
On
He's
Epstein,
like,
he did kill himself.
Definitely didn't kill himself. Roses are red, violets are blue. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
well, did you see they had the person who did the autopsy said, well, no, he didn't kill himself, and then it got overruled by like the
there's fucking so
next
many things.
person up. It's because Bill Gates and Clinton
Oh,
and
the list.
Biden are all
The list is
nonsense
fucking
off.
endless. And as much he made a rod for his own back, but Alex Jones, Alex Jones has exposed them all. But because he made that mistake of saying Sandy Hook was faked and it was not a real shooting, and all the parents went, "Well, my kids are dead.
Yeah.
I'm suing you for God knows how much." Everyone thinks he's a fucking. And he also talks about people having lizard heads and stuff, which sort of.
Yeah.
He's
When he does that, you're like, oh, I can't be bothered to listen to you. But then you listen to the other things like Bohemian Grove. If you looked into that, that is some fucking freaky shit with the fucking owl goddess or whatever it is.
Have you seen about the gay frogs?
Yes,
It's like,
yeah. But he says things like that. But then he also talks about he spoke about Epstein Island 10 years before it became multiple, and the list that is on there, and the high-profile people. Then there's Pizzagate and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, you talk about the pizzas in Tate.
No, the Pizzagate, not Andrew Tate. So another Pizzagate is there's a pizza parlour in Washington DC that is also a underage kids brothel.
Oh, okay.
And the presidents of the United States will order a certain pizza that references a kid.
I mean, let's face it, Biden is the biggest nonce.
Oh, he's been through.
Like, how the fuck? Who the fuck would vote for him and go, that? See that guy?
The people that think that Donald Trump is a racist. It's the same people, but yet he's been voted in my majority of black and Mexican people want him.
Yeah, it's
He's
just
not
bizarre.
racist. He's not. It's the argument that we said they always speak the loudest because they can't. They have to get their point across. You say to them, "Show me proof that he's racist." They can't do it.
NPCs.
Yeah, non-player characters. For those that don't understand. Damn those.
There's a lot of
I want to play.
NPCs.
I want to play Hogwarts Legacy.
I've ordered it.
Have you?
Yeah.
I want to start lava cadaver at people in the face.
I have no idea what you're about.
Imagine Red Dead Redemption, but with a wizard.
Interesting.
From Hogwarts.
Who, oddly enough, I called the padre at work a wizard, and I got told to leave the room.
I got a detention at school because I said Jesus was a spaceman. Oh. Premier League are talking to me. I think, unfortunately, on a sad note, not really a happy note, Spurs lost to AC Milan. 1-0.
Standard.
That's like the motto, innit? 1-0.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Do I have any other topics? We spoke about the Chelsea fan, didn't we? Getting sparked out.
Yeah.
Spoke about VAR. Spoke about United. Klopp.
7th season, isn't he?
Does he deserve to go? Because by all accounts, he's on the same sort of points as Ollie when Ollie was sacked. But Klopp has, as much as I hate saying it, he has won everything with Liverpool.
Nah. I think...
I think they have had a season of bad injuries.
Do you know, yeah,
however,
they've had a lot of injuries. I
didn't
don't
start
think
well.
it's helped their cause. A lot of other teams have had fucking good seasons.
They didn't start well either.
No, they haven't really got going this season. But you think, who would have seen, start of the season, very, very start of the season, Arsenal top of the league?
No, I didn't see it coming.
Never would have seen it.
No.
Would you
and-
honestly have thought Man United would be top 3?
No, I would have. After the first 2 games where we were fucking so shit, I would have taken 6th.
Yeah.
Ten Hag's first season, get rid of the deadwood. He's overachieving at the minute with the squad that he's got, I think. But
I don't think he is. I think he's exactly where Man United should have been the last couple of years.
yeah,
And I think he's gotten playing a brand of football that suits the players he's got more than what it was before.
yeah.
And on that squad, last time I was on here, I said Maguire is fucking useless, should never ever play again. Well, I'll openly say here, I was wrong. Great World Cup.
Yeah, I think we actually discussed this yesterday, didn't we? He's a good defender, but his ball playing skills are very limited. And I said this to you yesterday. He needs, for England, he's got it. He's got Bellingham and he's got Rice. For United, if these 2 players are injured or suspended, then he can't play at centre half. Casemiro and Eriksen. He needs someone to pass the ball to.
He
Because
needs to release it quickly.
at the minute he's got Fred and the new Austrian player that I can't remember his name. Sabitzer, who he created our first goal against Leeds. Fantastic play, but he's not a player that will turn on the half turn like a Scholesy or a fucking Eriksen or a Casemiro
Or Gareth Barry.
or Gareth Barry and fucking ping. I saw a clip of Gareth Barry the other day. I'll tell you this in a minute. To ping the ball over, he has to wait because Fred and the other guy is not going to do it, and then he tries to do the crossfield ball. We can't do it. Defending wise, pretty solid. He's got a big fucking head, but he's not better than Varane and Martinez. So
No, you can't drop either of them.
But yeah, like you said, some of the teams are fucking even down to Fulham, mate.
Yeah.
Brentford.
Brighton.
Brentford.
Brighton has been something else this year.
Even selling their top players.
Yeah. Well, who's the one they sold to Chelsea with the dodgy, like weird afro?
Cucurella?
Yeah. It's been so shit for Chelsea.
They went like that. Wanting for what? How much?
Yeah.
That was the same as when Chelsea bought Torres
Yeah.
when he gone shit. We'll give you 50 million. Yeah, sold.
How much of it is money laundering though? Like,
Well, that's what artwork
Maratta.
is for, ain't it?
Lukaku is a money launderer, isn't he?
Maratta and
100%.
Lukaku. Maratta is the
Money
one.
Yeah,
that
the
is
European money
the
launderer.
European money launderer because he's shit, and he goes for massive
Lukaku,
amounts.
he's gone between Chelsea and
Chelsea,
whoever else.
Everton, Chelsea, and Man United, and from Man United to Chelsea. Well, each time was like 97 million.
Yeah.
Each time. Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's all to be
He
fair.
had one good season at United. He was top goal scorer.
Yeah.
And he
These
would probably thrive in the team that we got now. Apart from his first touches, his worst.
He's
Emil Heskey.
horrendous.
Emil Heskey. Heskey.
these clubs are all like money laundering.
Of course they are.
That's all they are.
But then I think artwork is money laundering
Yeah.
for rich people.
You should see
So-
some of the fucking artwork we have at Marks.
It's not art.
I look at some of it and I'm like, I saw one the other day of a banana that's been taped to a wall and someone's paid like 50 grand for it. I'm like,
But it's
What?
to do with taxes and exemptions. Like if you, in certain countries, if you buy artwork or you've got a foundation
got
or
a
a
tax on it.
charity, that's what all it is. Like Bill Gates doesn't have a foundation because he wants to give millions away to people. He does it because he
He doesn't pay tax on
doesn't pay tax and he's a cunt.
he is a cunt. He didn't even fucking make his stuff either, did he?
He is also one of the nonces on
India did.
on the Epstein Island. Did you see him getting quizzed about his relationship with Epstein? He denied it, and then they're like, "Well, we've got a picture, video, and you were
Yeah,
definitely there."
it's fucking mad.
And he's like,
It's fucking the Illuminati, innit? So there's a load that I keep seeing these conspiracy things now, and it's funny. It makes me laugh. That obviously they're really into the Illuminati stuff, and all these celebrities that always do the one eye covered and do the symbol and fucking all that sort of stuff. And they're like, they're blatantly not even hiding it now. Look at fucking Sam Smith in his fucking latest thing with the fucking devil.
the thing about conspiracy theories is they all come from a grain of truth, and they might not be completely accurate, but most of them will have some degree of like accuracy and be right, because it's got to have come from somewhere. You're not just making that shit
Yeah,
up.
but look at, like we said, Bohemian Grove.
That's
How we got back here again? We were talking about football a second ago.
Do you know what? I could talk about conspiracy theories for hours. I
Yeah,
love
we need to
listening
hot box
to
this
that
if
stuff.
we're going to do that.
Fucking Bohemian Grove, Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell.
It's like the world's not flat, but it is a circle, but the sun's in the middle.
Yeah. How were the fucking pyramids made?
That is boggling. That just
Well, you've got to look into the landscape. Far more advanced than what we seem to think.
Yeah, 100%.
Far more advanced.
I saw like a theory that they think they were fucking like giant humans and that they were walking about, they were helping. It's like, okay, a bit extreme now.
No, I don't think it was that. I just think
Lizard people.
we were. So don't forget, like the likes of like your Cleopatra, who you would put right in the middle of like the pharaohs and things like that. She's closer to the time of the iPhone than what she was to the pyramids being built.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But since then we've had an ice age, potentially evidence of massive floods. I think we were a lot more advanced than what we think, but was advancing in a completely different way.
So what was one thing I saw on Rogan was they were talking about all that, even down to the hieroglyphics that they've seen drawn. They're all wearing watches, and it's 100% a watch. It doesn't even look like anything else, any type of jewelry. They're definitely wearing watches.
Well, they've got drill marks in the things, and it's not like a drill where it's
But
going
they-
backwards and forwards, and that's spinning.
Yeah, and
Like-
they've been done perfectly and within
Well, they measured
like millimeters.
They 3D measured one of these urns that they had, and it's within a thousandth of an inch,
Yeah,
like flat. And you're like, how the fuck have they done that?
but we
And if it was one like slightly, if one fucking brick was slightly off, it would all be fucked.
Yeah,
And-
it wouldn't make it at the top.
And we potentially couldn't build that today.
Ah, we couldn't.
Like
I could.
with the
200 ton bit of granite mined fucking 300 miles away.
Yeah.
And they thought they were dragged by slaves. They didn't have that many.
Over the sand.
And I think they found Atlantis as well, didn't they?
Yep.
In the
one
middle of
those-
Sahara as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the eye of Sahara.
Yeah, it's not underwater like they think. Where all the monsters are and aliens.
There's definitely like under the sea. There's definitely some weird shit going on under there.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Freaks me out.
100%.
Freaks me out. I love a swim, but freaks me out. It's too deep. Even
Can't
though-
touch the bottom, it ain't worth it, mate.
You can't swim, you swim like a brick anyway, don't
I do depths.
you? In depths, not Nah, the sea is freaky. It's like
The
when
fact
you
that we've mapped the moon more than we have the ocean says a lot, doesn't it?
Well, NASA used to be before they went into space. They were doing deep sea.
Yeah.
Like it's mental.
They just went, should we not bother doing
It's
that?
easier.
We just go up instead.
Unless I mean,
Too much pressure.
there's another conspiracy theory about they found something they didn't like down below, and then they went, let's go.
No,
upwards
it's just where they
instead.
got a load of Nazis working from. Oh, no, we don't know anything about down, but we can build rockets.
Yeah.
Got any Jews?
They were advanced. Like
What,
some
the
of the
Jews?
No, the Nazis. Like some of the things they built were mad.
The Glocker. You heard of that one?
Is that the bell?
That's the bell.
Yeah.
It is the bell.
They made some seriously advanced weaponry that was far too big and took far too much time. That's why they fucking lost a lot of parts
First jet plane.
of the fucking. You see the massive tank that they made?
They had that one that was transported on rail, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they could hit from Berlin. They could hit London.
It was fucking ginormous, but it just didn't work.
I know it worked, but someone worked out we have to do is destroy the railway tracks and they can't move it.
Yeah.
And then they thought, if we can get someone close enough, bit of thermite in there, fucks the old gun up. They can't replace it.
Yeah.
We'll just do that. What are you building your Spitfires out of? Oh, wood, mate. Did you hear that? It was the Germans spent ages making this like wooden fake runway with wooden planes to fake it all out. The day they finished it, the Air Force dropped a wooden bomb on the way back from bombing Berlin on it.
Yeah, they weren't fucking about. Here you go.
Schnell.
Schnell.
Right, I'm gonna have to make a move. I've got work in the morning.
Fucking haven't you? Before you finish up, who are you taking, Haaland or Kane in their primes?
I don't know. I really don't know. Kane chokes in big games, but
Has Haaland played in a big game?
Holland. Doesn't matter. Holland.
Has he played in a big game though?
Does it matter? I don't think
Has he
it.
won a trophy?
who?
Haaland.
Holland. Yeah, he would have won with.
With
Red Bull Salzburg, wouldn't he? Would have won the league there.
maybe.
What was he? I thought he was a.
He was at Dortmund, didn't win fuck all with Dortmund.
No, didn't win nothing at Dortmund, but he come
Nothing?
from Well, obviously not. You had Bayern Munich there, who's got the monopoly on trophies.
He's not gonna win
Yeah,
it.
but
He's
I
not
would
gonna
have
win
thought
it
they
even
would have
this
won
season.
like a domestic cup or something.
He's not going to win even this season either.
No,
So
he won it with. Yeah, he definitely won
Arsenal,
with
Man United will win the cup.
Yeah.
Mould. He definitely won it with Salzburg,
I'll let him have that then. Kane won
Nothing.
the Audi Cup.
Ever.
the Audi Cup. He would have won a couple of promotions if he stayed at Norwich.
He got one at Leicester.
Promotion.
Yeah.
There we go.
He's gone past his prime to move now, so he's just going to finish his days being a.
Oh,
An
I
almost player.
I think he would slot in at United as the 9.
I think.
don't think he needed.
I think
You don't really need him.
to get someone better.
2-3 years ago, yeah, I don't think he
He's
would
doing before we finish up. Ten Hag's doing the right thing. If you've noticed, he's slowly moving Rashford into the middle where he wants to play.
Rashford is just so much
He's
better.
always-
Did you
he-
see?
He always played as a 9 growing up because of the
I don't
players
think
that he.
Rashford's strong enough to be a 9.
Yeah, but that's how he's changed his training. If you've noticed, he's getting a lot stronger on the ball.
They're saying it's because of your striking coach, which
Yeah,
was
Benny McCarthy.
Benny McCarthy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally, I saw a whole article about it, and since he's come in, Rashford's performances have just gone
I said
through the roof. He was decent.
He could rock up to a nunnery and end up scoring that bloke, couldn't he?
He can make a mermaid, mate.
He's something else.
But yeah,
But then I said this on the last one. Rashford's got to start. He's playing phenomenal, and he's carried on.
Yeah. But
he's
also,
performing at the. He's the top performer since coming back from the World Cup.
Yeah.
In terms of goals.
Yeah.
In the whole of Europe.
also, he's put his politics to the side a little bit. And
Yeah. He's done what he needed to do. I think he did the right thing.
I'm not saying he didn't, but now
But
is
he's
the
got
time
focus.
to concentrate on football,
He's definitely
because
got focus.
if you say, for example, he didn't do that and then he got sold to some like lower team,
PSG wanted him.
yeah. But I mean, he could
So yeah,
in
lower
like
Farmers League, isn't it?
in 3 seasons. If that wasn't the case and someone sort of mid-table bought him, didn't do well because he was still doing the same thing, ended up in Championship, League One, whatever, retires, that is a possibility. That's happened to players before. You can't have the same reach and the same political presence if you're not up there. So
No place in football for politics, anyway.
no.
So before we finish, who's your top 4?
I
Simon?
think Arsenal actually win it. I think United in second. I think City third, and I don't even know who's going to be fourth, if I'm honest.
Wow. Bold. Daniel.
Again, Arsenal win it. I think United will come second. I think Man City are going to lose it, and I think they're going to come fourth. I think Newcastle are going to come third.
That's fucking madness.
Not, yeah, I mean Newcastle are going to be in there definitely.
Right.
Eddie Howe's done
It all,
magic there.
it all depends on tomorrow. Well, in fact, the next 2 games, I think they're playing them twice in a row, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I do think Arsenal, as my brother will like, I do think City will hold on to second, United third, Newcastle fourth. Relegated, I think it will be Bournemouth, Southampton, and Leeds.
You reckon Everton are going to get out?
Yeah, they always scrape out of it, don't they?
I actually think Everton are going down. They've been teetering with like death for a while, and if I'm honest, I think they deserve to go down. Like they've added nothing and have been shit. I think they
If you
deserve
took
it.
that Everton team, would you take any of their players?
Probably not.
Really? None? None at all?
No.
Okay. You? Would you take any one of their players?
At United, maybe Calvin Lewin.
I think he's average at best.
I've watched him play against United a few times. He does cause a lot of havoc with centre halves. I think under the right coach, he'd be.
I think he's Heskey.
He's a fucking ball. He's in the fucking 100 club. How dare you?
I think he's a Heskey. He's full of promise when he first appeared, but in the end, nothing about him really. I think the only player that will possibly stay in the Premier League if they went down is Pickford.
Pickford, if you got a decent like goalkeeping coach, and he knocked out all those stupid mistakes he makes, decent.
That he only makes against big teams.
Yeah.
He's the goalkeeping version of Kane.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
Fucking overrated goalkeeper, I think. Nick Pope is far better.
I said this before the World
I'm
Cup.
not
Nick
going to
Pope
argue,
is-
but like Pickford when he puts on an England shirt though, He's like,
He still has a clanger.
you bet, oh,
I still think that
Saved
goal
a couple-
against France, he
Saved a
could have
couple of
saved.
pens. Saved a couple of pens against fucking Colombia or wherever it was.
But that
and
goal
we all had a fucking wank.
France scored from outside the box, I still think Pope would have saved that.
I would have saved that.
You would have picked up Tony.
I would
I was going to say that. And that was against the Chris Keys team.
Was it?
Yeah.
I bet it was fucking blind
That's-
as well.
that
I don't
was-
even know how I did it.
You just sort of went like that, and then you just went on the, what are you doing? And you sort of threw it behind yourself. I think you went to go
I
like
dropped
that.
plenty of clangers playing any goal, mate. Don't you worry.
Just
Yeah.
the worst place to be, the most loneliest place to be.
You have to be lunatics playing goal, mate.
Yeah, as you showed, repetitively, by taking the ball in your face.
All for the team, mate.
He likes
Or
taking-
just going,
He likes taking it in
my
the face,
fingers
doesn't
aren't
he?
working.
My fingers are broken. Hang on.
You fucking animal. Right, that's enough of that bullshit.
Hello! You're at the adverts. So don't turn off. Don't turn off, because I've got some good stuff for you. First up, I'm going to talk about our sponsors. Kent CBD is our first sponsor. Now, CBD oil, as you know, has tremendous benefits, especially within mental health and physical health. Personally, I use it to help with my anxiety and my depression, but not only that, I also use it to help with the aches and pains of life in my joints, especially my ankles and my knees. But yeah, without CBD oil, I would have still been on my antidepressant tablets, which I'm no longer on. So, you know, every cloud. And what we're going to do here at Granite Zero is we're going to give you 10% off everything from oil, muscle rub, jellies, bath salts, the lot. Yeah? Make sure you get in there. www.kentcbd.org. Put in the promo code GRANITE0 and get yourself 10% off. You are welcome. But also, if you're like me and you love a nice cup of coffee. Now, for me, I only drink one coffee, and that's Green Beret coffee. Now, I don't only drink it because it's out of this world fucking coffee, roast to order, grinded to whatever specific grind you want. But not only that, it's veteran owned and veteran run, which, you know, hits me right in the feels. So make sure you check it out, Green Beret coffee. Get yourself a nice cup of coffee. I drink it dark, just like my soul. Incredible stuff, incredible stuff. And what I'm going to give for you, I'm going to give you 10% off. So once you get to the checkout, once you've got all your coffee, your products, your apparel, whatever you need, get to the checkout and put in the promo code GZPodcast10 and get yourself 10% off. Courtesy of the Granite Zero podcast. You are welcome. Now, that's enough of me talking about this stuff. Back to the regular scheduled show. Check it out!